New creature revealed for Aberration. Double the frames coming soon. And a brand new edition of Ark coming to mobile. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular Ark community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So Community Crunch 419 dropped late last night, revealing a new creature coming to Aberration via the Bob's DLC pack. The Cosmo, a tiny spiderling shoulder pet that's going to be included with the Steampunk Ascent DLC that's going to be arriving with Aberration when it drops. It was no secret when the Bob's Ark Tall Tales DLC was announced and coming to Scorched Earth. Included with that price for that DLC, we were going to get Extinction content and Aberration content, with it seemingly looking very steampunk with blimps on top. And certainly definitely confirmed in everything of the name of this one, with the spider, a new shoulder pet, feeling perhaps a bit less inferior to the giant oasis saw that we got with Scorched Earth, but definitely a good thing. Obviously the pay to win arguments are out there surrounding this one that dropped with Scorched Earth, and a shoulder pet certainly feels perhaps a bit more balanced, though what abilities could this present, lest we forget the Cinemacrops that we got as a shoulder pet when Lost Island arrived is arguably one of the best tames in ASE, and well, depending on what this exactly offers, could possibly still make it a bit pay to win on top. Though you can't ignore its cuteness, and its heart-shaped body that seems to rear up when it's on your shoulder must surely mean something, maybe taunting, freezing things in place by just sheer love of the cuteness of this thing on your shoulder. Could possibly be a thing, petrifying, freezing opponents. That would be my guess on an ability we might see from this. Maybe infinite bowlers on top, how about that? With the date still firmly for Aberration locked in on early September, the devs did explain in this crunch that was earlier last weekend teased by co-founder Jeremy that coinciding with Aberration's launch, they're going to drop a giant Unreal Engine 5.4 upgrade, or they're going to attempt to, along with an AMD FSR 3.1 integration. What the hell does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. Well, I'll tell you what Jeremy says it means. 2 times the current FPS. Rejoice, people on console especially, because the frames on console especially can be a bit poor. Digital Foundry, well, ripped Ark apart in their feature video they did about a month ago, and it seemed Wildcard listened with this integration, aiming for September the 4th across all platforms, helping to improve that frame generation for both AMD and Nvidia cards. Unreal Engine 5.4 looks to offer a 20% overall performance boost, as well as memory management, reducing hitching and stalling, and more forward-looking graphics improvements. And from my understanding, stability is a big one with this. It's no secret a lot of people out there on PC especially can't play this game without reducing everything to nothing, and this may potentially improve that aspect for your Ark experiences. But Jeremy didn't stop there with the teasing tweets last weekend. He popped out another one mentioning it's about time for him to pick up a gaming phone, and well, a few days later we got an announcement by Grove Street Games that in holiday 2024, Ark Ultimate Survivor Edition is coming to iOS and Google Play, which in their words will include the original full-scale PC game, including all the maps, Scorched Earth, Ab, Extinction, Gem 1 and 2, plus the fan favourite Ragnarok and more. Are we going to see the other community-based maps? Seems maybe suggesting that we might not. Nevertheless, it's great news to hear about something that seemingly was out in the dark and almost felt like it was going to be abandoned at one point, and I'm sure I've seen a lot of mobile players asking for this one for a very, very long time. The full-blown ASE experience on mobile, utilizing the huge Unreal Engine 4 engine improvements that we put in the entire collection of Ark maps into a on-the-go gaming experience, which is just insane. And I can't compute, can this really be the full game running as well as it should be. Grove Street Games do go on to say that the launch will initially just be the Island and Scorched Earth expansion maps, with all maps available by the end of 25. So fingers crossed around Christmas we'll get our hands on this. My expectation is something probably closely linked to the Switch port, of course, that we saw, improving the very poor looking launch version that it was to certainly a vast improvement, though it's still never going to be comparable to other consoles and PC, but seemingly a strong enough audience to see this come to you by then. Speaking of the Switch, unfortunately the Genesis Part 2 expansion map that was planned to drop to Switch has been pushed back to July the 31st because of a snag, and after these back-end issues have improved, will be dropping alongside with the Rhino Natha. ArcPack has just recently wiped. Honestly, it's definitely my favourite cluster of servers. Go check it out, and it'll be running with some crazy rates up until August the 16th, where it'll wipe again. Honestly, it's great for some quick and easy fun PvP. I do fully recommend you having a go if you're at a bit of a loose end and just want a bit of fun. Look at me and Cap torching people, and I'd be getting involved myself if I wasn't going on holiday tomorrow, though don't worry people, I've got plenty of content for you for the duration whilst I'm off, though maybe a bit less active on socials during that time. We got another bunch of mods showcased, including these dragons that look very, very similar to the Game of Thrones dragons. You now no longer need to pretend your wyverns are Game of Thrones dragons. You can actually play them, and has got me questioning an upcoming video. But one thing I will be doing a video on, oh yes, Astra Eos has got his very first pick. The map coming out from Fjorda and Svartalfheim creator Nakatas, looking glorious with a beautiful, wonderful Greek theme to it. Certainly capturing the white, chalky cliffs of Greece, with temples seen in the distance and new costumes to boot. Nakatas announced this late last night, along with a 230-kilometer squared map with tons of caves and POIs, new mini-bosses, new enemies, and full structure and player skin mods. Being a huge advocate of Nakatas' work so far, I can't wait to get my hands on this one and hope we get to see this one soon. But someone it seems we may no longer see soon is Cedric, complex-minded, the community manager for Ark Wildcard, and has been for many years following Jat and Jen's departure some years ago. Certainly been a great addition to the team and very charismatic top bloke that's now moving on to other projects still within the company, so great to hear there. And will be superseded, headed up by Dolly, not Dolly, you know Dolly. Dolly's certainly very talkative and perhaps the best fitting role for this, seeing how active Dolly is within the community, within the official Discord especially, and supported by assistant community manager Svala, who's definitely very engaging on top too. I wish them all the success in pushing the community engagement for the years to come. And with Ced now moving into new departments within Studio Wildcard, could we be seeing the revival of this? Ladies and gents, Primitive plus something a lot of people still hold on, cling on to for dear life, that they might see a return of this, the thing that Ced made, that pretty much got him into working for Studio Wildcard in the first place. Could we be seeing perhaps something in that direction from Ced in the future? It's all to be waited for, but I wish the very best to Ced and his future endeavours within the team. And that's it, that's your lot. As said, I'm going on holiday, so I won't be as active with your comments and that in upcoming videos. I've got lots of them for the duration I'm off. I'm going to be off for quite a while now, a much needed break. It's been a while since I've been on holiday for a long time, and I won't waffle too much about that. But are you excited about this, the Cosmo? Kind of curious how balanced it's going to be when it does come out, and it's going to kill me not to be covering news for the next 2 weeks, but you know, I guess it is what it is. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in the next one. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.